Hello guys, welcome to Creators Classroom YouTube channel. In this video, I will demonstrate how to use Google Scholar's Lab, which is a brand new feature released by Google Scholar, which is an AI powered agent for you. Okay. So previously, if you wanted to find some of the papers relevant to your query or relevant to your topic of interest, we used to type a keyword in the Google Scholar and it used to show some of the papers based on the keyword similarity. Okay, so to find out the relevant papers for our topic of interest, it was taking a lot of time, isn't it? But with the help of Google Scholar Labs, now all those things can be done in a fraction of time. Okay, so on the screen you can see these are the different ways how we can use the Google Scholar Labs, and I will demonstrate all these applications lively. Okay, so the first application is obviously literature review. The second one is comparing interventions, means the key results from one paper with the results of another paper. Then filtering by study type. Okay, if you are doing some wet lab related work or some gene editing related or some bioinformatics related work, okay, you can filter out the study types. Then it is excellent for interdisciplinary topics, okay, such as combining climatology with AI. Okay, so if you want to do something like biotechnology with the AI, okay, so together interdisciplinary topics. Then teacher and educator use, this is very interesting feature, I will demonstrate. Then it can be used for medical and health research. Okay, then technology and society related issues or topics you can find out. Then environment and sustainability. So now without wasting any time, I'm going to Google. Okay, you need to have a Google Scholar first. Okay, so I will type Google Scholar. Yeah, so you can see Google Scholar is open, and this is the home page of Google Scholar. You might have seen from the years, right? So you can see here there is a alert, new Scholar Labs update, search 10x faster and 3x deeper. Okay. Also you can directly click here to access this feature. Also there is a labs. Okay, there is a button or icon with the name labs. I will simply click on it. So this is where you can ask the question. Okay, ask Scholar. You can ask any questions related to your topic. Okay, it's not like simply the keyword search in previous color. So example question it has given already: has anyone used a single molecule food printing to examine transcription factor binding in human cells, blah blah blah. Okay, some of the questions. But as I promised, I will demonstrate some of the applications on these aspects. Okay, so here I have listed all the questions, you can, as you can see. Okay, so for the literature review, okay, so this is the first sentence: what does recent research say about the impact of sleep deprivation on academic performance in a college students? Okay, so if you wanted to get papers relevant to this using Google Scholar, you would have to invest a lot of time, okay, in finding the relevant keywords. But here it is not like that. Simply you can ask in natural question. So I'm copying it and going to Google Scholar and ask the question. Okay, so now see it is looking for the results. Yeah, it has given, see, it has given the relevant papers saying that nightly sleep duration predicts grade point averages in the first year of college. Okay, so then examining the complex interactions of sleep deprivation caffeine intake means, see, the Google Scholar Labs, the AI connected to it, it has not simply searched the key terms. Okay, it has understood the semantic meaning of the paper and also the semantic meaning of your question, and then matched. And here it is displaying the most relevant 10. Okay, here you can see found 10 relevant results. So it is displaying here. So moving on to next question. Okay, what are the major theories in explaining climate change adaptation in developing countries? Okay, let us find out some of the papers relevant to it. Okay, see, in a fraction of second, it is doing its job. It saves lot of time really. Okay, see, it is saying evaluated many of the papers, and here it is printed top 10 relevant research. Okay, so you can see there is a book, adaptation to climate change from resilience to transformation, then adaptation to put, means the relevant paper. Okay, so now I will go to the next application, that is comparing interventions. So the first question I have listed here is, which is more effective for weight loss? Okay, intermittent fasting or caloric restrictions. That means here I am comparing the results of intermittent fasting versus caloric restrictions. Okay, so I want to find out some of the authentic research. Okay, so let me copy this and paste here and see the magic. Okay, see, calorie restrictions with or without time restricted eating in weight loss. That means it has compared two aspects. Okay, one is calorie restrictions and another one is weight loss. A meta-analysis comparing the effectiveness of alternative day fasting. Okay, some relevant papers. See, very easy. So compare, the next question is compare online learning versus traditional classroom learning on students outcome. So here we are comparing traditional classroom learning versus online classroom learning. So let us quickly see, okay, what it will print. See, a meta-analysis of online learning, blended learning, and flipped classroom and classroom instructions. Okay, then a systematic meta-analysis, review of thinking, something, something. Okay, so I will give all these templates so that you can try with your own Google Scholar account. Then this is interesting, filtering by study type. Okay, so see here question. Show only randomized controlled trials on vitamin D supplementation and immunity. That means you are basically want to ask question related vitamin D, effect of vitamin D supplementation on the immunity, but you are filtering based on the study design. Okay, that is randomized controlled trial. Okay, so with some experience you will also gain the skill of asking the question. Okay, so some of my, see, it is suggesting, okay, session limit reached, start a new session to ask more questions. Okay, I'm taking the new question. I will remove all these stars. Show only randomized controlled trials. Okay, so I was telling, my teacher was saying, if somebody asks a question and you are answering to that question, that means it requires simply a knowledge. But if you want to ask questions to someone, you need a creativity. Okay, you need creativity. See here, it has printed vitamin D supplementation to prevent acute respiratory infections. See, so in this you can also see some of the summary here. Found reduced okay, it reports vitamin D blah 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 blah. Then the key important research it has given here. Okay, relevant to your filter. Next type of question is, what do meta-analysis say about screen time effects on children under 5? Means you are filtering based on the age. Okay. So moving on to next application, that is interdisciplinary topics. This is very interesting. Okay, let me take one example. Okay. How do psychology and economics explain consumer decision making? So here there are two interdisciplinary topics. One is psychology and another one is the economics. Okay. So I am copying this question. Yeah. See, household energy use, applying behavioral economics to understand consumer decision making. Yeah, very fine, very fine. I am satisfied with these suggestions. Okay. So now, for if you are a teacher and an educator, so you can ask questions something like this: what are evidence based strategies for improving reading comprehension in mid school? Some other question: what does research say about the effectiveness of homework in primary education? How does project based means? With this type of questions you can get better responses to understand the behavior of students. Then again, for medical and health research, what are the long-term effects of ultra-processed food consumption on cardiovascular diseases? Okay, see here. If you want to know the effect of these things on the health, okay, so simply use Google Scholar Labs. Okay, not some YouTube. Okay, not some ChatGPT. See here, ultra-processed food expose and adverse health outcomes. Umbrella review of epidemiological meta-analysis. So this is a review paper. I think after reading this paper, you will get all the knowledge which uh, you wanted to know. Okay. Then how effective are vaccines in preventing? So you can ask related to medical health related. Then similarly, technology and society. See some of the question: how does social media use affect self-esteem in teenagers, what are the psychological effects, okay. So then environmental and sustainability related, what are the most effective policies for reducing urban air pollution. See, very like very relevant to this topic. How does deforestation affect local rainfall patterns, okay. So let me take one example from this application. So these are the template area where you can use Google Scholar Labs effectively. So I will attach these questions in the description, okay. Later you can read these type of questions and also make questions relevant for your topic of interest and use the Google Scholar Labs, okay. So for my question, how does deforestation affect local rainfall pattern, you can see tropical deforestation causes large reductions in observed precipitation, and here also it has given some already some summary it has given with the two bullet points, okay. So see, this is how to use Google Scholar Labs, okay. So if you want me to make more videos on similar topic in a classroom setting, that means if you see some other YouTube channel, they will add lot of edit, okay, and sometime it will become difficult to retain the topics, okay. So that means with the help of edits they will reach more audience, okay, and the video will also move very fastly, which will be visually appealing, and also it will give some sounds, but the retention power with such type of YouTube videos will be less. So here I am not using any edits, okay, and even I have not prepared any script, simply I am demonstrating the software here, okay. So thank you very much guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to our Creators Classroom YouTube channel for more videos on science and technology. Thank you so much.